This is Aryeh Citron, and we are learning the Mimer on page Pei of Bamidbar, the end of the Mimer Kodesh Yisrael Hashem. And we were saying earlier that we need to bring the awareness of Yudke Vavke into every aspect of the world to know that all of the powers in this world come from Yudke Vavke, from Hashem that's beyond the world. In order to do this properly, we have to do it through Torah, because Torah is the revelation of Hashem that comes into the physical. It speaks about physical things and is therefore revealed within the lowest aspect of this world. And there's a pasuk that expresses this: I have led Ephraim, and I take them on my arms. Ephraim is referring to the Jewish people who are descendants of Ephraim. And tirgalti, which means to lead, but it also means I have treated them in a manner of the feet. What does that mean? The person's feet are the lowest part, and they reach the ground. That means Hashem has bent himself down to the level of the feet for the sake of the Jewish people. For example, a father who wants to play with his young child, he bends his head down all the way down to the child. And then he lifts up the child in his arms to play with him. The bending down represents the way Hashem comes down and reveals of his wisdom into the Torah, which speaks about all kinds of physical things. Then the father lifts up the child in his arms so that the child is lifted up and is level with the father's head. The arms are referring to the midos, a person's character traits. A person, it's not enough for a person to learn Torah. A person also has to have ava and yira, love and fear for Hashem, so that his Torah should be able to lift him up and bring him close to Hashem. However, in order for us to experience those arms, so to speak, we have to have Hashem's arms come down to us to lift us up. Hashem's arms are Torah and tzedakah. The right arm is Torah, which comes down from above to below. What we said before, that the Torah is the feet, is referring to the oral Torah. The written Torah is like Hashem's right arm, and tzedakah is like Hashem's left arm. When we have Torah and tzedakah in our lives, we merit to have Hashem's midos revealed within ourselves, Hashem's character traits revealed within ourselves, which then allows us to have proper love and fear of Hashem, so that our learning lifts us up and unites us with Hashem. Now, this is the way it is supposed to be. We are supposed to be on a way of Kodesh Yisrael la Hashem, that the Jewish people are sanctified to Hashem. They bring the entire world up to become one with Hashem. Rashis Tuase, the beginning of the grain. The grain is referring to all of the powers and strengths that Hashem creates every day. We are the first to it, meaning to say we lift it all up to a level of first, to a level beyond itself, to Hashem himself. However, kol oichle v'yashamo, the pasuk continues, whoever consumes it, devours it, will be found guilty. That means a person is supposed to have the revelation of Yisrael in his life, but a person who does not do that, who devours that revelation, he ruins it by, for example, getting angry, which causes his neshama to leave, by overindulgence in physical pleasures, which causes the light of his neshama to be dimmed, by simple gasus, coarseness and arrogance, that also does the same thing. So he has to fix that by yeshamu, which means will be found guilty, but also means he has to bring a sacrifice, an osham sacrifice. The sacrifice involved the fat and the blood going on the mizbeach. So he has to bring his pleasures and his seethingness, his heatedness back to Hashem in order to be able to reveal his neshama. Also, the asham was a sin for using sacrificial matters, holy matters, for one's personal use. And when doing that, a person had to pay back plus a fifth. The fifth is referring to a person's deepest desire, meaning to say we have four general powers: thought, speech, and action, and our desire, which powers those thoughts, speech, and actions. But then there's a fifth level, which is the internal desire, beyond the intellectual desire, but simply the desire from the essence of the soul. When that is revealed, that level is able to reconnect us with our neshama, so that it can once again shine within us, and then we can continue to elevate this entire world.